But we do have a lot of clients that are law firms and a lot of clients that are different types of consulting companies. So we know quite a bit about what's going on with conference calls in this area. And raise your hand if you absolutely love your conferencing tool that you use at your company. There's a button across the top. Go ahead and raise your hand. And if you look forward to conference calls, whether it's a daily call or a weekly call, if you look forward to that, send me a chat that says conf there on the right, because typically most people don't, of course. The reality is oftentimes there's last-minute calls. They might be emergency calls. There's always a question, whose service are we using? Are we using the client's service or a third-party service? If there's multiple vendors or people involved, or is it your own firm that's hosting the call? So that's typically a source of confusion. The attendee list often is not always clear coming up to the call, and so sending out information and making sure who's involved and whether they can attend. Often there are schedule changes because of that, and those schedule changes can then impact the ease of ability of everyone joining. And often, of course, there are people traveling, and so whether it's internationally or even just domestic, that can impact things as well. So it's interesting. It looks like we've got an equal representation here during the webinar, so I'll continue to talk about all different as things apply to all different types of firms, legal and consulting and whatnot. But what does this mean for your tools and within the company? Typically, simplicity is most important, and the immediacy of having a call is primary. And then because there's a competitive environment that we all work within, I think it's helpful and important if you can promote your brand to the extent possible throughout the call.